Welcome back to Under the W.
Welcome back.
Somebody's got a hinge date this week.
Somebody is me. Yeah, I said yes to a date for
Mhm.
this week, so we're gonna give it a go. Yeah, we've been chatting and felt safe enough to give my phone number. So, yeah, we're gonna go out for appetizers. He initially was like, "Oh, let's go get drinks and apps," and then he was like, "Oh wait, I just saw that you don't drink, so we'll just get food," which was nice because I usually have to
Yeah,
say, yes, I'm fine going to a bar. However, I don't drink. So that was good. And he is a school counselor for little kids and is also a lifeguard in the
that's a
summer.
green flag, I would say.
I think so.
Green flag for like school counselor for littles. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
How that's so sweet.
I know. Yeah. It's definitely a green flag. And also kind of like, how are you single if you work in a school with all
Filled
women?
with women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you posted on that. But
Most of
um
those women are married though.
yeah, yeah, there's very few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one, but
Yeah. And is he your age?
he is, yes, 1 year older than me.
Okay. Perfect. Not in
So
New York City, I assume.
not in New York City. Yeah, like lives a little bit north of me and then stays at the beach in the summer to lifeguard. His
Perfect.
parents live down by you. So,
Oh, perfect. Sweet.
um, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not shopping for a wedding dress just yet, but I'm also like, okay, I really like talking to this person, and I kind of am ignoring the other matches that I have on
Hmm.
Hinge. So that's a good feeling for a first date,
Yeah.
I think.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's tough on Hinge because once you set up a date, you're like, "I'm not gonna set up a date with multiple people." So, like,
Yeah, I'm not good at juggling.
no.
So, and nor do I want to juggle.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Well, we will is that this week? Perfect. Okay. We're gonna have to check in. We want full
Yeah,
details,
I'll
so
text
come
you
prepared.
yeah, I'll text you the location and first and last name so that you have all this information as I typically do with my
Perfect.
dates. Um yeah.
Perfect. Well, we went to Pride this weekend, and we got
Yeah.
all the free
That looked like a
swag.
blast.
Yeah, Miles marched in the parade, with his other mom, which is super fun. He loved that part. It's tough. I remember, like, when I was younger, Pride was like you were out all day. You did that all day.
Mhm.
As I'm older and going with a child, it's like the people who are going and bringing their kids are there for the parade, and then Miles really loves all the free swag, so we go around and see every booth, every single booth, and after that, it's like a party after that, and it's fun, but we
Mhm.
cut it short early. It was hot, it rained, there was a lot going on, but
Yeah.
the parade is just you forget how every year when I go, I forget how good it feels to be there and just see all of these people celebrating this thing that, like, for the past year has sort of been talked about in a negative way, and it's like
Mhm.
it was really nice, really great. Good for Miles to see it and be a part of it, and he got to throw candy at a bunch of kids off of the float, and, he was up there with a DJ. It was super fun. Yeah. So and the amount of people that show up, the governor was there marching, which was pretty cool. So, it felt really
Cool.
good to be a part of it this year. So, yeah, we
Nice.
did that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
You had a busy weekend because you did that and you
Uh-huh.
went to the city.
Mhm. Yep, we went to New York, we saw Stranger Things on Broadway, which was so cool and wild,
Uh-huh.
and the special effects I have like, wild. You were in the Upside Down for a minute, there were demigorgons, there was the Mind Flayer took over the whole thing, it was crazy, and it was so
Yeah.
cool and good. Miles' mind was blown, like, multiple
Uh-huh.
times he turned to me, he was like, "How did they do that?" I was like and meanwhile, there's, like, parts where I can see people, like, flipping, like, they switch with the person or they had, like, like, not even stunt doubles, but, like, people that would, like, take the place of another person while, like, the lights were low and you couldn't really it was awesome. It was really cool. Um, and they cursed quite a bit, and
That's great.
Miles thought that was really funny. Yeah.
Hysterical.
So
Hysterical for a
mhm.
10-year-old.
Yeah, but I was thinking he's not really that impressed with New York City. He loves going there for a reason, like, to a
Mhm.
show, and he doesn't say no to it, but when we get there, he's like, "This is way too many people, and this smells.
Yeah,
I am not here for it."
that's
But he
fair.
likes the yeah, there's food on every corner, so he really likes that option. So, if he, like, gets one piece of pizza and finishes it, he's like, "Oh, I can just get another one." Like, in 3 steps, I'll just get another one. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay." It's just like a walking buffet, the entire city, and he can just pop in and get his next snack.
Yes. I saw a TikTok this week where it was, a bunch of people, like, cheersing coffee, and they were like, "I'm having a sitcom summer," and going and
Mhm.
getting, breakfast with my friends before work in the morning, and I was like,
That's fun.
That's such a, like, New York thing to do, I feel like, to, like, grab coffee before work. Well, like, the New York
That's
sitcoms, right? Like, I'm thinking of, like,
yeah, it's
Friends,
only a TV thing to
Seinfeld.
do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, "I love that. That's really cute." And, like, talking about, like, food on every corner, I'm like, "Yeah, like, could we just walk down to our, like, local cafe and grab a muffin and a coffee and
Yeah.
go to work?"
Yeah,
I
I mean,
love
we're
that.
basically doing it.
Yeah, we're having our coffee
If we
together.
make time for this, you could make time for it in person, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's very much a city thing to do, though. Like, if you walk to work, you're like, "Oh, our paths cross right here.
Mhm.
Like, let's just hop in and have some breakfast." But I like starting my day with, like, a positive, funny conversation and
Yeah, a
then
little
moving
chit
on to
chat.
the rest of the day. Yeah. I think it's equally as effective on your brain as starting your day with exercise.
Okay. I could get down with that, and
Yeah,
I'd much rather do this than run a mile, so I'm in.
100%. Yeah. Speaking of exercise, I have we're gonna document this in real time. So you're gonna document your hinge process.
Mhm.
I'm gonna document my perimenopause process.
Okay.
So for any woman out there who feels like we're gonna document this in real time. So
Mhm.
exercise, I like for years was pretty consistent with
Yeah.
exercising. I love it. I love how it makes me feel. I had a good routine. And then I feel like over the past few months, everything has changed. I've gotten like flat, low motivation. My skin has changed. I've gained weight in areas and where like I didn't even notice on my body prior to this. And I changed really not a lot. Like
Mhm.
maybe I'm not exercising as much, but my diet didn't change anything like that. So I did have an appointment with a nurse practitioner and I am starting some hormones. So we'll see. I'll let everybody know how it feels, how it changes. But I will say that the process online to sit and talk with someone was really easy and comfortable. And she listened to everything I said and was like, yeah, you're going through it. Like,
Yeah.
um, I thought that I would have to go for labs and all this stuff. And she was like, hormone labs fluctuate on the regular. So here we treat by symptoms.
Mhm.
She was like, your hormones could be one thing today and completely off tomorrow. So it's not really a fair assessment to do it just based on hormones. And I was like, okay, I can get down with that. So
Yeah.
she went through all the risks with me, went through every single option with me, basically left it up to me and said, I'll see you in a few weeks and we'll discuss how you feel and we'll change from there. And it's like, okay, now I have this like partner in crime who is like, yeah, man, we're going to get you through this and we're going to see how it goes and we can adjust as we go. So,
Yeah.
um,
I like, when you find a doctor that you mesh with like that, it makes all the difference. Like, I clearly have had hormone issues since my teens and then
mhm,
eventually got diagnosed with PCOS, but, like,
mhm,
as is the story with PCOS, like, it takes, I think I read, like, on average, 10 or 11 years to get a diagnosis,
yeah,
which for women in health is just, like, a common thing. But so I've been reading about hormones. I started my, like, PCO shoot page just
mhm,
to kind of, like, bring awareness, and I've been very aware of my hormones and how that impacts me. whether I've done all the right things to heal my hormones. But there's also so many varied opinions on like what does work for your hormones and everything like that. But I
Yeah, because we
remember
don't
just
have
like,
science to back it yet, which is like,
right, right.
we need that, but there is some coming forward, which is
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
And I remember just like getting that diagnosis and somebody being like, yeah, this is why X, Y, and Z are happening to you and not like your friends that are the same age that
Mhm.
do all the same things as you. And I'm like,
Mm.
great. Okay. Like I'm not crazy.
Mm-mm.
But even since then, like I've seen doctors who are kind of like, well, like you're not trying to get pregnant right now. Like, what does it matter? And I'm like, yeah, but
'Cause
I
I
also
feel
live a
like shit.
life
Uh,
outside of, yeah, I shouldn't be this tired all the time and things like that. And one kind of like questioned whether the diagnosis was correct because, like,
mm.
well, I think you should get an ultrasound and see if you actually have cysts. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the only diagnostic criteria. And the fact that I know that and you don't is kind of concerning for
Yeah.
me.
Frustrating.
Um, so I'm happy that you jumped in right from, like, not the start of your symptoms, but as soon as you piece together, "Something's off here."
Yeah, and I don't have if you look at, like my hat looks like I'm a toddler. If you look at, symptoms and when you should start, like, I'm early. I'm
Yeah,
early to, like, go in and be like, "Hey," but she validated me. She was like, "It's not that, like, you're not in menopause. You haven't stopped, getting a period monthly." But she was like, "You are having symptoms and it's time to start." She was like, "There's no reason for you to be struggling." Because I was like, "It's not
uh-huh,
anything that I'm like, oh, I can't get through my day." And she was like, "No, of course you can get through your day, but you can have help
yeah,
doing that and you can get back to feeling good again and feel the way that you." And I was like, "Yeah, I want to do that." And she was like, "Yeah, we'll start you low, we'll start it slow, and we'll go however you need to increase from there." I will say, that my medication has been back ordered since I saw her, so I haven't gotten it yet, and my hormones, and she on the call, she was
uh-huh,
like, "Yeah," actually the opposite one that she said was gonna be back ordered, but I love her for this too. She was like, "I have recently been looking into men's medication specifically for men versus women's, and the men's are never back ordered." And she was like, "It's just we need to get on top of women's health in a way that is just better. We need to be better." So anyway, if I can do my part
yeah,
and let people know how this is working and helping, and if anybody who's listening wants to reach out to me personally, I will tell you who I saw and where I saw it, but where I saw them. But it was great. So we'll see. I'll tell you weekly how I'm feeling if things are changing, but I'm definitely getting hot flashes, which is wild. Full sweats
yeah.
for no reason.
Well, there's a reason. Now you know,
Well,
but
yeah, there's a reason, but it is not the reason I want it to be, not just finished a 5K or whatever. It is just sitting there being
gnarly.
covered in
Yeah.
sweat. Yeah. Yeah. But how did it go watching Tish's children this weekend?
Well, I survived.
Mhm.
They are hysterical. Like, I mean,
The
she has 4.
cutest.
She brought the baby with her to the wedding, and I watched the older 3. But, like, when I say older, she's got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So, like,
Hmm. Yeah.
so
They're
James
upright.
was
That's the
great.
only thing that makes them older. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. James was, like, pretty independent, just, like, asked me when he needed something, enjoyed that I brought toys with me to play. Evie and Bo, they are just like they crack me up I mean, James cracked me up with some things he
Hmm.
said too, but like they just were, Bo is 2, so everything is butt cheeks and poopy butt
Hmm.
and like trying to make you
Hmm.
laugh, which I am a child, so like yes, I'm gonna laugh at all of it. It's
Absolutely.
hysterical to
Hmm.
me. Um, and Evie is just like the 2 of them are nonstop, and, like, she's just so inquisitive, so, she had so many one-liners that just sent me over the edge. So, like, I made dinner for them. I got them settled. We had like played games all afternoon. And this was a long day. Like I think I was there probably like 8 hours.
Okay.
Because the wedding was like almost an hour away.
Yeah.
Um so I like finished dinner and stuff and Evie looks at me and goes, "Alicia, how are you with baths?" Like, are we
This is
doing
a
this? Like we
this is a
we doing
make
our
or break situation for our
yeah.
evening right now. So,
Yeah, are we just let me know like where you stand on the bath front. So that was so funny. And then we're like sitting playing games and um she looked at me again and this was like less of a question and more of just like a confirmation where she was like, "So you live in a school with all your toys and you got a bed there."
mhm, mhm.
It's like, "No, I don't live at my school. I live in an apartment." And she's like, "Right, above the ice cream shop." Like, it's so funny to me
Uh-huh.
because she has never seen me at my school. Like, she just knows that I work there and, like, knows her experience with school.
But
Like,
in her head, you have a cozy little,
a
like,
little
room
cot
in your
in my
school.
office,
Yeah.
a little I open one of those cabinets and a Murphy bed pops. And, like, she's met Rav, so, like, it's
Yeah.
just so funny. Kids and especially I work with little kids, so, like, them just totally thinking that that is my life and I live there. And,
Mhm.
like, I live close to my school, like, 15, 20 minutes away. So, like, I've seen my students outside of school sometimes, and, like, the line from Mean Girls is like, "It's like seeing a dog walk on its hind legs."
Yeah.
That's what they're like, "Wait a minute. Why are you here?"
Yeah, Miles will see his teachers on the beach sometimes and be like,
Yeah. Oh, that I don't
"Hold up."
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wanna see them on the beach, but, I like grocery stores, I've run into my students and, like, students who are not mine, and also being the speech therapist, like, I'm in a lot of classrooms, like, but I don't work with all of the students, but all of the students see me and know me. So, like, a couple weeks ago, I walked into one of the grocery stores and this little boy ran up, gave me the biggest hug, and is like so excited to see me. Not my student. Like, the parents have never
Mm-mm.
met me. So, the mom just like is looking like, what is he doing? And I'm like, hi, I work at the school. But yeah, like the for kids, their teachers live at school
When it all
and
comes together, it's like a whole new world.
Did you hear Danielle's story about seeing our cousin at school? Did you hear that about this?
No.
So, for all of our listeners, our sister-in-law Danielle is a job coach for adults with disabilities. So she will go to work with them, and their needs are all different, right? So, like they have
Mhm.
different jobs, and she goes with them to different places and helps them find jobs, things like that. Um, And one of her jobs is at a middle school near mom and dad, and she helps an adult who works in the cafeteria. But she saw Aaron and Drew's son, Jude,
Out of
at
all of them,
like
this is the best
in
one
the
to see.
cafeteria. Like
Yeah.
she saw him at his middle school and she's like, he looked at me as if I was a Russian spy. Like he thought that I was just like planted there to
Mhm.
spy on him in the school cafeteria. And so funny, a couple weeks later, we saw them, me and mom saw them at a grad party and mom was like, "Did you see Michael's wife Danielle at your school?" And he's like, "What? Who?" Like he didn't even know to put together her name with whatever. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Harper's mom. Did you see Harper's mom at your school?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, that was weird."
He was probably just like, I don't know what is happening,
I
but
don't
one of the
know.
funniest stories, and I don't know if it was Jude or Joey, but one of the funniest stories I remember their parents telling was now the kids have apps like School Cafe for lunches, so you can load money onto there, and they have whatever they can put
An
their name
account.
in and
Yeah.
an account. One of them like their parents was like, "Where is this money always going?" Um, Joey was buying a round of chips for everybody in the
Round of
cafeteria.
ice
Just
cream
like,
after
yeah,
lunch.
"Just get a round of Ruffles for everyone who wants a vanilla cone." Yeah.
He was young too. Like, I think he was
Yeah.
in, like, 1st or
Yeah.
2nd grade when that
He's
was happening.
yeah. Yeah, he's definitely buying drinks at the bar for everyone.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god, kids
speaking
are
of
funny.
yeah, speaking of kids their age, so we're coming on like, Miles is 10. He's going into 4th grade or 5th grade. So we're coming on the time where, like, are you getting your kid a phone or you're not getting your kid a phone? Like, so a
Mhm.
lot of kids in his class have phones. Miles does not. We're gonna hold strong until for as long as we can,
Mhm.
basically. Like, I just like, as a family, we've come together and decided the risks outweigh the benefits of having a phone right now for us. Um, and I think it's
Yep.
different kid to kid and different household to household, and that's fine. So I started he has friends, a couple that don't have phones. And we've noticed it really changes the vibe when they hang out. So like the kids who don't have phones are doing other things, and then the kids who have phones are like sitting there all looking over each other's shoulders and like on the phone. So we started a little group chat of like no phone kids, parents. And not that like kids who have phones can't come hang out, but I think we're gonna have a rule that's like, you can leave your phone at the front door, you can use it for whatever you need to do, emergency, whatever,
Mhm.
but unsupervised internet is just, like, not a comfortable place for me with a bunch of kids. So it's like, if you have a couple kids who don't have phones for whatever reason that their parents decided they don't want them to have phones, and then a couple kids who do, it always ends up the kids who don't are, like, then sitting with a kid who does have a phone and just doing what they do on the phone, and it's like, I don't know, it's like a complete separation, and I think this age is it's tough. So, we made this group chat because we decided we're gonna really put in the effort to keep them all connected because a
Mhm.
lot of them have expressed that they feel that they're gonna miss out on things if they don't have a phone, like, they're gonna miss being invited to things or miss being because like, kids are doing it on the phone now. Um, so we made a group chat. I think everybody's took like a deep breath and they were like, "Yeah, this is what we need to do. We need to keep all of our kids connected and in the loop, and that's on us now." And I have to be better about it to be
Mhm.
like, "Yep, we're making plans. We're gonna hang out." So it's a struggle and it's a weird topic to address because it just is what it is. But I don't think my kid is ready for one. I don't think he's ready for the responsibility. And I think it really is different kid to kid and household to household. But um
I mean, I don't think I'm ready for the responsibility. I've had to
yeah.
remember when we talked about me making a resting place for my phone to put it down every day?
Yeah.
Like
And even like so there's like multiple levels of like, are you ready for it? There's like, can you be disciplined enough to just not be on it all day and just overdo it on screen time and like that part of it,
Yeah.
which certainly I'm not ready for that. He's not ready for it. None of us are.
Yeah.
Um, so that's almost an easier thing to just say, like, we're gonna shut this down at a certain time. Like you can put timers on it, whatever. Um, but then we talked about as a group of parents, mistakes that you make on the internet are big mistakes. They're not, "Oh, this just happened." Like, and usually it's not your fault. It's somebody else reaching out to you
Mhm.
who's like, you know. So, I'm just I don't know that I have the skill to be so aware and so ready to stop that stuff and be on top of it. So, I'm not ready
Yeah.
either. Like, I feel like
I
I need a class in everything. Somebody says something about Discord, and I'm like, I don't know what that is enough to know how to stop it from being bad. Obviously, you can just block
yeah.
the app or whatever and not have it on there, but, like, yeah, there's multiple things where I'm like, I don't know enough to be a
Mhm.
good, responsible protector of this.
Yeah. So I like was born in 91, grew up with the internet and like access to those things and like Facebook, Twitter, that kind of stuff started out when I was like I mean MySpace, I think I was in middle school or high school. Um high school, I had Facebook too. And so, like, social media was part of my upbringing. And, like, I remember dad, who's a lawyer, being like, do not put anything in writing. Like, don't put anything out there that you don't want out there forever. Cause when
Mhm.
it's in
Mhm.
writing, that's, and so, like, of course, that's dad telling it to me. And whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But something good that was annoying at the time was when I was in college, like I played college softball and my coach and assistant coach were very much like, you are a representative of this university, of our
Mhm.
team. And I think that they were probably also just trying to keep us safe and
Yeah.
be responsible. But they made us add them on Facebook and they were like, "I don't wanna see a red cup. I don't wanna see anything like that on your Facebook, and if I
Yeah.
do, there's going to be consequences." And, like, at the time, I remember all of us being like, "Well, I wanna post these pictures from this night out or whatever. This was so funny." And, like, it wasn't that we didn't have the memories or that we didn't have the pictures to look back on, but they didn't need to be on social media. And like
Mm-mm.
now, I'm so glad that they're not.
Yeah. You had a safeguard in place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important, and it's just, people say, like, "Did you see that video? Did you?" And it's like, kids are resending things that they don't quite understand why it's not funny to resend those things, and that's the level of, like, there is so much more too than when we were in
Mhm.
school. There's just
Yeah.
reposting now. You can just
Yeah.
repost a video, not completely watch it or what, and have no idea what you're doing on the internet. So, we did talk about maybe getting flip phones that we just keep in the kitchen so he can just or like a landline. I don't know that
Yeah.
I'll have a landline installed, but maybe I'll get just a flip phone that can stay on the kitchen table, and if it rings, it's his friends and he can answer it and they can sort of connect in that way. Totally
Yeah.
fine with that. I'm totally fine anytime he wants to use the phone for FaceTime with anybody.
Right.
And he does have a watch. So he has 2 houses, so he has a watch that he can text. That's basically why it was like, why he got it was that he can text while he's at either house to any of us, but in reality, it's never been an issue to, like, grab one of our phones and be like, "I'm gonna FaceTime mom." So,
Yeah.
he doesn't really use it for what he uses it to, challenge Harper on steps and activity challenges. So, they just have a challenge constantly of, like, who's who's running more at recess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird place to navigate because I do feel like there just ends up being a separation. But I will say that any kid that has come over here who has had a phone, once they kind of realize it's not a phone situation, they put it away and like they're just out playing. So
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. As long as it's and one of the other moms has somebody a little bit older who's about to go into high school, and she was like, we've had sleepovers where we are 10 p.m. phone shut off time, put them in a pile.
Mhm.
She's like, "'Cause I don't wanna I can't be there to be like, 'You guys can't all watch this video that's on this
Right.
one girl's phone.'" And she was like, "It's become a weird situation a little bit, so, we just kinda put it out there before." So if as long as everybody's okay with it, like, yeah, it's not just, like, not a thing that's gonna happen at our house, I don't know.
All
We'll
right.
get there. It is what it is. We'll check in with it, but, you know he's just not ready. As parents, we're not ready. I
Mhm.
feel like it ages them too. It makes them be more grown up than they are. And
Yeah.
I'm just like happy to let him be a 10-year-old without seeing the news, seeing something that's going on in the world that would cause him complete stress or something like that too.
Yeah.
So,
Very true.
um, yeah. And he's like, I told him we started this group chat and he was like, oh, yeah, good, good. So he's like happy. And obviously, if I gave him a phone today, he would be the happiest ever because that's like all they want. But
Yeah.
it's not hurting him not having one, so
Mm-mm.
we'll
No,
see.
he texts me all the time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's
He's got his
totally
little
fine.
yeah, yeah. And his watch is set up so that, like, anybody who he wants to talk to, we have to okay it and put the phone number in for him, so
Mhm.
I like that. We're good there. Yeah, and I'm not it's like, if anybody who has gotten their kid a phone, it is a personal decision and a decision for everyone. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not for us yet, but it
Yeah.
not being for us is a hard thing to navigate in for his social life and his friends and things like that. So, we're getting there, but we'll see.
Okay.
In other news, Megan is going away for 2 weeks. Well, she's going home. Her sister is flying here, and they are driving back to Minnesota together because Megan's family misses the dogs. Well,
Mhm.
they haven't met Iggy yet, and they miss Gus.
Yeah.
So, Megan is driving back to Minnesota, and I am going to be here for 2 weeks. Number 1, without her, and number 2, without dogs. I don't know what I'm
That's a
gonna do with
lot.
myself. It's a lot
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
than
So
yeah, so it's gonna be weird. I'm up with the dogs at, like, 5:15 most mornings, letting them out, and in my head, I'm like, "I'm gonna sleep in," and it's like, "Nope, you're gonna be up at
you're
the same
probably not.
exact time." Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm gonna have to start my workout routine, but it's interesting because I start my new job the 2nd week that she's gone.
Yeah.
So, I'll be able to, like, get into a routine and feel that routine, and maybe I'll start some hormones while she's gone, and when she comes back, I'll be a completely different
She's
person.
like, "Who are you?"
This is great.
I've mentioned her on here before, but Cook with Dr. Brooke is one of my favorite like TikTok
Mhm,
Instagrammers, and she's a uh nutritionist and psychologist, and she had a whole series where she was like, my partner is away right now and I'm having girl dinner. And then she like went
mhm.
through what she was having for girl dinner, but I'm like thinking of you. I'm like, yeah, you can like you're not planning meals around somebody else. You
Yeah,
can live your life.
yeah, yeah. Binge watch something that, like,
She wouldn't
I've
want
watched a
to.
thousand times. Yeah. Not that, like, I mean, I don't know, but it's gonna be weird being home. I usually work. When I work until 8 p.m., and it's like I come in and the day is done. There's
Mm,
not much to do. I'm gonna be getting home at a normal time and, like, looking around and being like, "There's not a dog to let out. There's not."
yeah.
It's gonna be weird, but I'm
You'll
happy
have the
that she's going.
cats.
Yeah, the cats who entertain themselves. They all have each other, so
Yeah.
they're gonna be relieved that there's gonna be no dogs here.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a
Yeah.
party for them.
Mhm. Yep. But yeah, I'm interested to see how my 2 weeks go. I'm gonna
I'm
have to remember
interested.
to do laundry.
Yeah.
We were just saying the other day, I do all the cooking. Like, I really enjoy cooking. So, like, Megan said, like, "I think since I've moved here, I've maybe cooked 3 meals."
Hmm.
And she was like, "That's probably because you were sick or just, like, not here for the day."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "I haven't done laundry since you moved in here." So I'm gonna have to remember to do my laundry.
I just had this conversation with someone where like that is something that like being single, I think people in relationships who like or like who live with others take for granted is that like I have to do everything
Mhm.
every day. And it's like clearly like I'd want to be in a relationship for many different reasons, but like
Yeah.
also that like I was
Team
leaving
having a
moms.
teammate is awesome.
Yes. I'm,
Yeah.
like, leaving mom's the other day and trying to think about, like, what I could put in for a pickup order for groceries and, like, pick up on my way home and then
Mhm.
meal prep for myself, and I'm like, "I don't even know what I wanna eat," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"I would love to just have somebody at home that I can text and be like, 'Hey, can you plan dinner for the week?' Because I
Yeah.
don't have the mentality to do it right now."
Yep.
And when it's just me, I'm like, I will just girl
Yeah.
dinner every night because, like, I don't feel like cooking anything. But then, like, also the laundry and also the vacuuming and
Mhm.
also all of it, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I had, like, 4 hours left of work, and she's like, "Hey, I'm headed to the store. You need anything? What's on your list?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, actually." There's, like,
mhm,
multiple things. So I came home everything was purchased that for food prep. So it's
yeah.
like I can cut out the but I will say that having a teammate who is a woman, when you are a woman,
Oh,
is like it's
yeah,
top
you've won.
notch.
You've hit the
It's
lottery
next
there.
level, yeah. I will leave so and we both treat each other like there isn't another person here.
Mhm,
So, like, when she's working, I will go through my day and be like, "What would I do if I didn't think another person was gonna do this?" So, I get the whole like, everything done that I can,
Yeah.
and I almost like it's not, like, a bad thing to do, I almost treat it like a guest is coming. Like, when she's done work, I want her to be like, "Yeah, there's nothing else that I need to do. I can just, like, chill and relax." And she's also taught Miles that, how to, like, reset the house,
Mhm.
like, just a quick reset. Like, just fix the pillows, do a
Yeah.
little she has a little chom chom, he'll, like, chom chom the couch before one of us comes home.
What the
It's
heck is
really
a chom chom?
a chom chom, it's like for, dog hair. So you just, like, rub it on the couch, and it picks up all the dog hair. Yeah,
I
it's on his chores list, chom chom the couch.
Oh my god. I need a grown up to tell me these things that I need to
But,
do.
yeah, it's, like, it's great. Having a teammate and,
Yeah.
like and having a teammate that, like, is truly you are a team. Sometimes I'll come home and the coffee is set for the next day, and I'm the person who's getting up in the morning, and I'm like, it just brews for me. It's the best."
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, and I
little
think you and
things.
I, because we've talked about like how our family is, acts of service is definitely my primary love language. But
Mhm,
like for others, like that's how I show I love you. And that's
mhm.
how I also want to be loved is like doing things for each other is like
Yeah.
ingrained in our DNA. And so like that's
Yeah.
just
So it works both ends for me. So if
yeah,
I come home and everything's done, I'm like, "This is amazing. Thank you so much." And if I come home and there's things that aren't done, I'm like, "Oh, she must have had a hard day. Let me do
I
this for
have to
her."
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it fuels me on both ends
Mm-hmm.
to like come home and either do things or not do things, but I'm excited to be able to be home at a normal time coming up and be able to get more stuff done throughout the
Yeah.
day and things like that. But
You've just had, like, your different schedules where, like, Megan can do little things throughout the day
Mhm.
sometimes because she's working from home, but, like, you also have a full day off. So, like,
Yeah.
you go to work and, like, just back to
I
back
yeah,
patients, and then you have nothing left at the end of the night. So that's where she picks up the slack. And then you have days off where you're like, I'm going to do everything today.
full overhaul, yeah,
Yeah.
and we say, like, I'm pretty good at, like, a deep clean grunt work sort of things, like, I'll get all of that done, and Megan is like, I'll come home and a cabinet will be completely reorganized and clean, and I'm like, "Oh, this is lovely. This is great." Like, the baking cabinet is completely redone, or like, oh, the bathroom, I'll come home regularly and all of the products will be facing the right way, and, like, have been completely reorganized, and it's like, just a little fairy came in and dusted a little fairy dust, and things look lovely again.
Yeah, Rav and Winnie don't do that while I'm at
No.
work. And sometimes I'll come home and I'll be like, "Oh, someone pooped in the bathroom." So it's pretty much the opposite in my
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. But she's like she loves it. There's, like she works, and she has, like, an hour break sometimes. So, like, you can't make lunch, so she'll come out and there'll be, like, 3 different prepped meals that you can just pull one out, pop in the
Mhm.
fridge, and so it's a good it's a good balance. We have a good thing going on.
Yeah.
We've really
Yeah.
pushed this, episode. You gotta go to school.
I know. Yeah, I have a meeting first thing this morning too,
Oh,
so
okay. Well, we had
I
our
have
coffee and breakfast this morning,
yeah, our sitcom
like
summer.
regular old city girls. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just what's the central perk? This is
Mhm.
our central perk.
Yep. We're
So,
more of an Abby and Alana, but Central Perk works.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they live together. I don't know why they had to go out to
They
breakfast.
didn't live together?
No, not Abby and Alana. The
Oh. Oh,
Friends
the
cast.
friends.
Yeah.
I was like, don't you dare forget about Jaime.
No, 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 no.
Don't you dare."
Yeah. It is time for a Broad City rewatch.
Mhm. On in the background, just is
Mhm.
it's the best, yeah. Alright, go to work. We'll check
Okay.
in. Good luck on your date. I mean, I'm
We'll
gonna see
see.
you and talk to you, so,
Yeah.
but good luck for now.
We'll see. I'll keep everybody posted.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week I'll say date number 2 is happening.
Yeah. Alright. Well,
Okay. Until next week, whether we're here, away, or somewhere in between, we will meet you under the W.
bye.
Bye.